Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting, and it is Paydirt review time. In fact, this will be part 2 of my series where I'm comparing 2 bags of Paydirt from the same seller, and in this case, it's Prospector Golden Gems. If you watched my earlier video, wasn't that great. I actually got a decent return considering I was expecting about a 15% ROI and I got closer to the 50%. But it had its problems, and I had my issues with that Paydirt. And today's review is going to be the pounder bag. And this one, he does let you select the amount of gold you're going to get in it. It starts with 1 gram, and I decided to get a 2-gram bag. And I'm really worried about this Paydirt. I typically don't worry about Paydirt when it has a guaranteed amount of gold in it. I don't think I've ever come across where I've found less gold. Maybe once or twice I've found a little bit less than I was guaranteed. But this pounder only weighs 8 ounces. So 1 pound of material, I'm only getting half of it. It makes me worry that there's not 2 grams of gold in here. But the only way to find that out is going to be pan it out, and we're going to do that in a minute. But first, let me flash up the description, and then we're going to classify this down, look at the material, weigh it up so you can see it's not 1 pound. But let's just look at the description first. So here you go. Well, have my pounder bag, have my scale. As you saw in the description, this is supposed to be 1 pound of Paydirt, and it states in the description that they come with 1 gram of gold, but I had the option for 2 grams, and I took that. I like this description much better than the one in the gambler's bag. It doesn't have a whole bunch of promises that could be promises or could not be promises. This one just is straightforward, states what you'll get. It could use a lot more information, but it's much better than the gambler's bag. Now again, is lacking in weight. 8.6 ounces. I think yesterday when I weighed it up, it was 8.7, but it's still not a pounder. So let's just open this up, see the Paydirt, see if it looks like the same Paydirt as in the gambler's bag, which I'm sure it will, but you never know. Yep. Looks the same. I don't know if you can hear that. Feels like something heavy in there. But we're going to find out. Let's listen to some music. Classify this down. So there you go. This again definitely steps up. The material classifications is pretty much the same as it was in the gambler's bag, except for I have half as much as I'm supposed to. So maybe it would change if the other 8 ounces were here. Maybe the other 8 ounces were going to be in plus 10. Who knows? But let's check for some magnetite. In the last bag, it had a lot of black sands, but not a lot of magnetite. And again, not a lot of magnetite in this. Very little. It's got a lot less than it did in the gambler's bag. The gambler's bag didn't have a lot, but this seems to have a little bit less. And again, that could be because I'm missing 8 ounces of material. So let's just go find out if there's gold in here. If my 2 grams is in here, I'll be right back with some water. We're going to pan this out. All right, have my water all set up. Have my Paydirt, and let's just get started with the plus 10. So, finished painting everything out. As you saw, pretty easy material to go through again, as in the gambler's bag. Did have some black sands that weren't magnetized, but not that much. Not as much as I got in the gambler's bag. But again, that could be because I was 8 ounces short. But let's just get to the gold I found in the plus 10. I did find some gold. 3 nice pieces, 2 nuggets, 1 little picker. Pretty happy with that. I'm sure you saw those pickers and nuggets when I was classifying it down because there was no real plus 10 material. Could have easily just picked those out, but I panned it out for some weird reason. And then in the minus 10, plus 20, even more gold. About 30 pieces in there. So really happy with that. Getting close, I think, to that 2 grams that I was guaranteed. And then in the minus 20, plus 40, even more gold. About 20 pieces in there, I'd say. So again, pretty happy. And then in the minus 40, even more gold, but just that one little bitty piece all by his lonesome self. But I did find gold in the minus 40. So there we go. Let's just weigh it up. We'll start with the plus 10, and we will do 1 piece at a time just to see. 0.03 on that little bitty picker flake. The larger nugget, 0.560. And for the big nugget, 0.850. So altogether in the plus 10, 1.440. In the minus 10 plus 20, 0.460. So pretty much at my 2 grams almost. Sure this will knock it over the top. In the minus 20 plus 40, 0.110. I'm not gonna, that one little flake isn't gonna do anything. Well, there you go. 0.125. Let's just add it all up and see. There you go. 2.020 grams of gold. So I'm going to be right back with my ROI and my review. All right, finished calculating my ROI, writing up my review. Let's get right to it. Again, this was from ProspectorGoldandGems.com. It was their pounder bag with 2 grams of gold added. It had 2 grams of gold guaranteed because that's what I asked for. You can get it from 1 gram all the way up to, I believe, 4 or 5 grams, but I went for the 2 gram bag. Its cost was $110. Shipping was $9.99. So total cost right here, $119.99. Gold recovered, again, right here, 2.020 grams of gold. Gold spot on the day this was received was $52.79, making this gold's value $106.64, making my ROI 88.87%. Now, the day this was purchased, when it was received, my set ROI should have been 87.99%, so I did get a little bit over that at the 88.87%. So for fun factor, I'm going to give them a 9. Now, it wasn't a lot of gold or really anything in the minus 40. I did find a little bit more than I was guaranteed, and the ROI was on the higher scale. So I'm bumping the fun factor up a little bit to a 9. For Paydirt description, I'm giving them a 6. It's a decent description. This is so much better a description than they do on their gambler's bag. I like this description a little bit better. So they're getting a 6. Now, for quantity and packaging, they're only getting a 6.5. 8 for the coffee bag, but only a 5 for quantity because they shorted me half of my bag. So, not too happy about that. For customer service and shipping, they're getting a 7. 10 for shipping because they did ship it out really quick, but a 4 for customer service. And again, like I said in the gambler's bag, The customer service before I ordered this Paydirt was really good. But once I had an issue is where it ended. I emailed them right after I started these videos, showing them pictures of how lacking these bags were in Paydirt and the huge discrepancy between a pound and a half pound. And they responded, I believe it was right around 48 hours later, and they said they would look into it, and that was 5 days ago, and I haven't heard anything since, so they're getting a 4 for customer service. They start out good, but when you need them, it kind of failed. So total score for Prospector Gold and Gems.com pounder bag that only weighed 8 ounces is a 7.5. So not a horrible score, but I would be worried about reordering this Paydirt if something was to happen. Not only do I probably would get half of my Paydirt that I ordered, but if I have a problem, the customer service is really lacking. So even though the score is decent with a 7.5, I'm really on the fence if I would order this again. I mean, it's got a decent set ROI, but like I said, to me, customer service means a lot when you have an issue, and I just didn't see them solving that. So all that's left is to flash up the score, give away a 24 karat gold plated dime. So here's the score. Now, before I give away today's 24 karat gold plated dime, I do have to give a shout out to one of my newest Patreon members, and that's Beefy Prepper, the Gold Digger. So Beefy Prepper, thank you very much for becoming a Patreon member. And anyone else who wants to support this channel and help keep it growing and in business, you can visit me at patreon.com/Miller Prospecting. It would be greatly appreciated. Now for the 24 karat gold plated dime, this is going to go to Lynn Ream. So Lynn Ream, make sure you email me so I can send this off to you. And to everyone else, thanks for watching, happy panning, and make sure you hit the subscribe button down here if you're not already a subscriber.